tonight at 65-74, a win for Nebraska and then a win for Minnesota. So it's on to 184 pounds and two top 20 wrestlers. Taylor Venz, the junior from Farmington, Minnesota for Nebraska. Owen Webster, senior from Shakopee, Minnesota. Glad you're with us tonight. Mike Cousins, Jim Gibbons, as we are even at 3. And two very good wrestlers right here at 184 pounds.
Yeah, I have no idea where this match is going to go, and a lot of it's because Taylor Venz has been so unpredictable. He's been brilliant at times. Number 4, All-American, finished 4th place a couple of years ago. And it isn't for effort. He has wild matches. And then you got a guy like Owen Webster who has a set of heavy hips. He's difficult to score on. He wears out his opponent. He doesn't take a lot of shots, but he gets really aggressive when he smells a little blood in the water. So, really interesting matchup for me.
And it's somewhat reflected in the results for Webster as well, who started his career at Augsburg, Division III, here in Minneapolis. But of his 8 losses this year, only 1 has been more than a decision. That was a major decision against Aaron Brooks.
Talented freshman from Penn State. Really off to a great start in his career.
Made a really exciting finish at 174 pounds. Devin Skatska, winner 7-2 as he rode out the 3rd period on top against Mikey Labriola. Number 8 versus number 6 in the country.
And a match just like the last one, where a lot of clinching, tying, a lot of snaps, heavy hands, straight on shot there. Nice job of cutting with that shot. Lower body. Shoelaces flat, getting a little bit better angle.
Venz after the takedown goes out of bounds. 2-time Minnesota state champion. And like you mentioned, as he finished 4th here at 184 pounds in Cleveland a couple of years ago, highest finish for a Huskers freshman at that point in 9 years, when Brian Snyder, now on the staff for Mark Manning, also finished 4th.
Yeah, it's been kind of funny to watch him evolve. He's been one of those guys that, you know, even when he gave up takedowns as a freshman, he'd get the quick reversal. You know, he was just, the Taylor Venz match might have had 3-4 reversals. In it, you know, so he's been a little bit more controlled this year. Working hard in the top position. Webster doesn't get ridden too much by too many people, so this is a good ride at this point in time, already knocking out 40-some seconds of riding time.
And he can take it over a minute with 35 seconds remaining in the 1st period. Against Webster, who comes in 20-8. He's 5-3 in Big Ten action after a 7-9 campaign last year.
Blood on green, blood green. On the man.
Injury time. Yeah, let's take a look at this shot from Taylor Venz. Watch him drop his level here. He gets down to a knee, but then gets shoelaces flat and really pivots on those knees, gets his ankles up in the air, laces up off the ground, and did a nice job of following there. And you know, see so many times where guys are able to go ahead and reach back in their ankles, but his ankles were moving. It's tough to grab a moving target.
You know, well, before we went to break, we were talking about the end of the 174-pound match. Mark Manning, Nebraska's head coach, had come over to talk to the officials just about the arm placement for Skatska, and you said it was potentially because of where the arm was in relation to the neck.
Yeah, I think he was making a comment that it was coming across the neck as opposed to framing up underneath the chin. Yeah, we didn't quite have to look at it, but it's clear that Labriola had a little discomfort in that position, and sometimes that's what you got to do to turn a guy. Good job by Webster with a quick stand-up, under 15 seconds, so it puts him back in this match. Venz being nice and aggressive there, but here's where Webster works pretty well. If he senses your shot coming, he's got a heavy set of hips. He can score.
He sprawls away from the shot attack there. And this is the end, as we mentioned, of 174 pounds.
Yeah, see, he's got their arm right across the neck right there, right? And not getting any sympathy from the official at this point. But, you know, you don't have to do that by going across the neck. Actually, I think a good technique there is you turn the guy's face, you come up around, and if you turn the guy's head, then the shoulders will fine. Good job by Venz. Again, all-world reversal guy. He gets good reversals.
What's the secret to being so good at that?
Well, you're just looking. Oh, there's the reversal, but he just comes out the back door well. He senses when guys are getting too high. He doesn't necessarily move off the whistle right away. You know, like getting into a standing position and hand fighting and all that. You see a lot of guys do. He's constantly looking to get back on top because he's pretty proficient in the top position. So he's complementary wrestling. You don't want to be working on escapes exclusively. If you're good in the top position, you want to get back on top of a guy. You want to turn him and wear him down. Get back to building up some riding time.
1 minute remaining in the period.
We're going to talk about Venz on top. He's tied with Chad Red, their number 9 ranked 141-pound wrestler for the team lead in pins with 5 this year. Webster escapes again. It's 4-2.
This is a potential with the riding time point there. Venz certainly being aggressive. Mr. Staff got to like that. This puts Webster in a tough situation. He's not used to chasing guys. He's used to keeping the match close. Not used to chasing guys with his own offensive technique. And now would be a great time to get a shot off. But Venz is really kind of being the aggressor in the tie.
Riding time to the advantage for the Husker here at 1 minute 29 seconds. So his lead stands effectively at 5-2 in the final 2 minutes. The pressure on Webster to score.
Now they got a tough decision at Minnesota coaching staff. Go ahead. They want him to go ahead and rotate. See, move a little bit off the bottom, not necessarily come straight up, and rotate a little bit to see if he gets that changeover technique.
Caution, we saw that be a pretty crucial call late last night with Wisconsin and Northern Iowa.
Good look at Brandon Eggman this 4th season. Of course, Zach Sanders there, the 4-time All-American, looking good tonight.
It's a great tie this game.
Yeah, it is. Good look. Good work by Venz, working that 2-on-1 wrist ride right there. Now he put the leg in. Almost mirror image of the way Skatska was wrestling there. Previous match for the Gophers.
Skatska was able to get the late turn and turn it into 4 near-fall points right near the very end against Labriola.
Yeah, and I think that if you're the Husker coaching staff, you're kind of happy with the way Venz is winning this match. It's controlled. You've got the good crisp takedown. You finish the periods in the top position. Webster is really having a difficult time getting out from underneath. You're not in one of these reversal-orama, matches where 2, a lot of scoring, but no control, and sometimes one guy ends up to the back and ends up not. I think Coach Manning appreciates the fact that Venz is giving him a controlled match right now. So Webster's tough to beat.
Stalemate sends him back to the center with 36 seconds to go, and the riding time point locked for Taylor Venz of Nebraska.
Good mat return.
30 seconds in the period.
It's one thing that they allow you to do a lot more than they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's just a parallel ride right there. Now, see how he's just over the top of him parallel. It's really not much that you can do from a bottom man's perspective. And you got to coach guys up into getting up their base. Need more back pressure, but a good solid match by Taylor Venz.
With that specific position, what do you think has changed over the last several decades?
Well, they used to call that stalling.
Yeah.
You know, when if you had to get out to the side, and it's not called anymore.
Now wrestling at 197.
Here's the reversal situation here for Venz. How he comes back up, trying to free that right arm out. See that for a while there, Webster understood that, held on to it, but a nice double leg finish there for the reversal.